Welcome everyone back to Socorro Hills as the Kernels face off against the Warblers today. Game number 45 here on Cheese League Baseball. Welt Logan gets the start for the Kernels, and Nick Hammond is on the hill for the Warblers. And Corbin Fry leads it off here for the Kernels. See Hammond, four-seamer slider, curve, change. A little bit more of an accuracy and junk pitcher than velocity, though he hits 93 in the gun there. And 2-2 now to Fry, as Tough Out is activated. And the home crowd wanted that for sure. Looked like a good pitch. And Hammond walks Fry to lead off the game. That's something you want to do. Brings up Nico Hendricks. Fry's not a fast runner on first, so no threat to steal, I don't think. And 2-0 to Hendricks. And groups one in there for a strike. And ball low. Ump has a tight strike zone, I would say. That's grounded. Off the glove. And Watson recovers, throws the first for the first out. Runner moves to second. Marcus ganged him up. First baseman for the Kernels, sporting the brown on brown. See Kernels fans, the corncob yellow shirts. The Warblers fans, of course, in their pastel teal. And good pitch there. Good pitching from Hammond. Gets him striking out. Aldo Davis steps in now with 2 outs. Runner on second. Colonel shortstop. That's grounded to Yang. And that's it. Third out of the inning. Go to the bottom half of the frame. Rose, Charles, and Johns up for the home team.
The left fielder, number 23.
So look at Logan. Pretty much the same pitch selection as Hammond. And that one's popped up, but Jeffries is there for the first out. Judy Charles steps in. DH for the Warblers. And that one is fouled away. Logan's a little bit more of a junk guy in accuracy than velocity, I would say, so kind of an even matchup. Oh, that's hit right off of Logan, and they can't recover. Let's see what is going to happen here. Marlon John steps in. Logan is injured, and you can see his hurt meter off to the side under fitness is, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. He's really struggling now. It's Johns. Now it's 2-2 to Johns. And full count, runner on first. And that one's fouled away. Surprised they didn't pull Logan right off the bat. That one's hit right to Davis for the second out. Let's see if they do. Let's see if they pull Logan here with Kenna Watson up. They don't. They're letting him fight through the injury as his accuracy, junk, velocity have all gone way, way down. You see junk, or velocity rather, that was 76 mile an hour fastballs here. That's not too good. 1-2 though on Watson. She pops that one up. Is that going to drop in? And it does into shallow left center. Runner goes to third and safe. So runners in the corners. Holloway steps in. And here we go. Now we have a replacement here. Grecian Dawson comes in. Replacement of Logan, who got injured on the comebacker. So runners in the corners. 2 outs. Oh, and they plunk him. So an interesting inning here developing. And base hit. 1 run scores. And they're going to hold a runner at third. The Warblers have the 1-0 lead. As Bear Yang, the second baseman, comes in for the home team. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And that one's hit through the left side. Base hit. So bases loaded, still 2 outs. Blake Ortiz, the right fielder, comes in.
Number 21.
And fouled away. Grecian Dawson looks tense already. We've seen him a couple of times out of the Kernels bullpen. And gets her, strike out, breaks the bat. Not very happy there. They leave the bases loaded, but Kernels, or the Warblers, I apologize, take the 2-0 lead as the Kernels come to bat. Vincente Jeffries, the second baseman for the Kernels. Hammond's got the early lead now. Let's see if he can continue to pitch quite well. He is walk prone though, as that is activated. His accuracy is way down, and we see that Hammond walks him, brings up John Thicket, DH. Not very good speed on the base pass here for the Kernels. And the 1-1 now to Thicket. And that one's a base hit into center field. So Thicket with the base hit. And the Kernels have 2 base runners, no outs. Brings up Dexter Maddox, center fielder. Looking tense, hitting 240 so far this year. Could make an impact here, for sure, with no outs. That one's hit quite well, but Ortiz is there, and the runners stay put. So 1 out, runners still on first and second now. Orlando Wentz comes in, catcher for the Kernels. Hitting 0.77. He'd really like to get off the schneid. And 2-1 now to Wentz. Popped up, but fouled away. Hammonds delivers. Oh, that's kind of off Hammond's glove. Watson recovers, goes over to Johns for out number 2. And let's see if Hammond's okay. Yeah, I think it's just off his glove. That brings up Leon Samford. And that one's into left field, but Rose is right there for the final out. So the Kernels leave some runners stranded, unable to get any runs in. Go to the bottom of the second. Fields steps in, catcher. He's looking for that icebreaker this year. And good pitch there from Dawson. That one's grounded to Gangnam for the first out. Rose steps in. Rose DHs a lot for the Warblers today. He's playing left field. Big contact guy, not maybe mid-level power, not very fast. 2-2 now to Rose, and Dawson tries to get him to chase outside. And good pitch, fouled away. Do it again. Here we go. Pop fly, and it's a can of corn for Maddox. Judy Charles, 1 for 1 today with a single. And Linguino's going to come in relief of Dawson. Dawson's stats were going down a little bit, quicker than normal. I know he's been used quite a bit out of the pen, but so is Linguino. You can see her ERA up there, 11.5, 11.57. 2-2 now to Charles, and punches her out for the final out of the inning. So, big goose egg there for the Warblers. Bird egg. Corbin Fry comes in leadoff. 1, 2, 3 hitters up now for the Kernels here in the top of the third. Crossed up catcher there. Fair ball, grounded to Johns. Takes it himself for the first out of the inning. Nico Hendricks steps in 0 for 1 today. And a respectable 269, especially for the Kernels lineup. And let's see, Hammond's going to take that himself for out number 2. Gangnam comes in, 0 for today. And looks at a strike from Hammond. Ooh, good breaking pitch there from Hammond. And that one's hit well, but right at Barneswell for the final out. So the Kernels go down in order. 3, 4, and 5 up now for the Warblers. In front of the home crowd. John steps in. And he kind of tomahawked at that one. And looks at a ball low. 2-1 now to Johns. And Linguino, not big on accuracy, and Johns walks. So Warblers have a base runner. Watson steps in. Shortstop. Good speed on the bases. Johns actually runs quite well. So let's see if the Warblers can make something happen here. The 1-1 now to Watson. And tough outs activated. 1-2. And fouls that one away. Off the railing in front of the Kernels dugout. And try to get a chase. 2-2 now. Fouled away. And fouled off again. Grounded, and that sneaks by. Just got under Hendrick's glove there. So Holloway comes in. He was hit by pitch the last time up. So now 2 on, no outs. Holloway up again. And inside, 95 there from Linguino. 2-1 now. And strike in the outside part of the plate. The crowd did not like that call. And he walks. So hit by pitch and walk today. Brings up Barneswell. 1 for 1, single and an RBI already today. And strike 95 right down the pike. And high and outside strike. I don't know about that one. Thought the ump might have a tight strike zone today, but maybe not. And Barnesville works the count full now. And that's hit into center field, base hit. 1 run scores. And 2 runs score. So Barnesville with the 2 RBI single. No outs. Runners in the corners now for Yang. And they throw over to first, safe. Strike 1. The 2-2 now to Yang. Very good speed on first here for the Warblers. Again, no outs. They took the 4-0 lead there. That one's popped up into right field. Fry's there. Runner comes home. Here's the play at the plate. And it's cut. Oh, the runner held up, kind of like a fake out there. So Blake Ortiz steps in now. Runners in the corners, 1 out. And 88 right down the pike. And runner goes. And that one's thrown into center field. Maddox throws to Davis. The run comes home. I don't know what happened there with Wentz behind the plate. See Linguino's now flashing red all over the place. And despite that, gets her strike out. Bertram Fields steps in, and we're going to have a pitching change. Alejandro Park steps in for the Kernels. 2 outs, runner on second. Runner on second runs quite well. And that one's hit well into center field, but Maddox is there for the final out of the inning. So the Warblers get 3 in the bottom of the 3rd. They take the 5-0 lead. And we head to the top of the 4th. 4, 5, and 6 up. Davis leads off. For the Kernels, locked in. Davis, power, contact, speed. He's a 3-tool player. And that one is hit quite well. It's carrying, may have just got under it. No, it sneaks over the wall for a home run. Aldo Davis. I thought that he got under that. 409 feet. His second homer, 6th ribby of the season. And the Kernels are on the board. 5-1 now. Brings up Jeffries. And line out right to Johns for the first out of the inning.
The designated hitter, number 28.
Thicket is 1 for 1 today with a single. There's a strike right down the pike. And popped up. I think Hammond's going to take that himself, and he does for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Maddox looks rattled.
number 10.
He's hitting 231 so far this year. And that one's hit, but right out Ortiz for the final out. So Maddox continues to struggle at the plate this early in the season. Nonetheless, Kernels get one as the top of the order is up now for the home team.
Number 23.
Alejandro Park, not the fastest pitcher, I would say. Four-seamer curve change. Limited options there. That's grounded right past the diving Davis. And we have a base runner already from the Warblers. Judy Charles in now, 1 for 2 with a single.
Number 16.
Rose doesn't run very well at first. Wentz has a pretty good arm behind the plate for the Kernels. And that one's in the dirt. Good block there by the catcher. And 3-1 now to Charles. Compose is activated, but nonetheless she walks her. So Charles is on. Now it's 0 for 1 today is Johns. No outs. Runners on first and second. Like I said, Park, you know, velocity, junk, accuracy, not the highest. That one's grounded to Hendricks. He goes the sure out across the diamond for first out. Runners advance to second and third. Kenna Watson steps in with 1 out. Ducks on the pond here. Grounded, the infield played in, and that works in the Kernels' favor. 2 outs now. Holloway walking, hit by pitch. Not having the best day at the plate. That one's grounded right to Hendricks for the final out of the inning. 8-9-1 up for the Kernels as we go to the top of the 5th. And there's Wentz, over 1 today. Really like to, you know, kind of get out of this slump that he's been feeling. Hammond's still looking commanding out there for the Warblers. The starter, velocity, junk, accuracy, all dipping down. That one's a ground out to the shortstop for out number 1.
The left fielder, number 8.
But for all intents and purposes, 56 pitches here in the top of the 5th, looking pretty good, pretty comfortable. As Sanford steps in, he's 0 for 1 today. And ooh, good breaking pitch, had him kind of guessing there. And ooh, the home crowd wanted that one. That looked like a good pitch up here in the booth too. That one's a base hit into left field. So the Kernels have a base runner here with 1 out.
The right fielder,
Brings up the top of the order and Corbin Fry. And 2-0 now to Fry. It's fouled away. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Evermore Wireless. See their logo off to the side. That one's a base hit into center field. So 2 on, 1 out. And the Kernels are threatening with Nico Hendricks up. 0 for 2.
22.
Does have some pop. 1 homer, 7 ribbies so far this year. And ooh, that might have been the pitch to hit. Had him guessing though. Thought it hung up there a little bit, but the 2-1 now. That's grounded. See Yang to Watson to Johns for the double play to end the inning. Patented 4-6-3 double play. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Barneswell up 2 for 2, 2 singles, 3 ribbies, having himself a good game. 6, 7, 8 hitters up for the Warblers this inning. Park's pretty comfortable out there. And I think that's what the Kernels need. They need somebody to kind of be a stable force out of that bullpen. And he walks. So Barneswell walks. Brings up Yang.
The second baseman,
Barneswell runs
number
well.
11.
Yang's 1 for 2 today. And there's a big curveball there for strike 1. And that one's high. Try to get him a chase. 2-1 now. And good pitch. Lone outside. Popped up. And Park's going to take it herself for the first out. Blake Ortiz steps in. 0-for-2, batting 100. Feeling tense, she would really like to get out of the slump that she's been enduring. That one's hit well into right field for a base hit, so maybe this will turn things around for her. As Bertram Field steps in, 0-for-2, 2 on, 1 out. Fields looking for that icebreaker hit of the year. He's their backup catcher, but he'd still like to get his first hit. And I don't think that'll do it. That one's popped up to Fry. Runner goes to third and thrown out. Wow, Gordon Fry. Gordon Fry with a good arm there, right field, throws him out. Pretty nice play there. All right, now we're going to have Nico McLongthrob, the everyday catcher, now comes in behind the plate. And Hammond's still in the game. 72 pitches now. Gangnam steps in. And Gangnam with the base hit up the middle. Aldo Davis, 1-for-2. He hit a home run, just snuck over the fence. 409-foot shot, I believe it was. Last at bat. Gave the Kernels their 1 run. And that one's hit into center field for a base hit. So, again, Kernels strike early, get base runners on. Let's see if they can kind of continue this. Jeffrey steps in, takes a ball outside from Hammond, whose stats have gone down considerably now. You can see as he has 78 pitches. That one's hangs in there, but it's popped up. Barneswell's there to put it away for the first out. John Thicket comes in, 1-for-2. I'd be surprised if Hammond lasts much longer. This will be his 80th pitch. And 1-1 now to Thicket. 2-1. Good fastball there, high and inside. Called strike. And popped up to Ortiz. And they hold the runner at second, and for good reason. Ortiz has quite the gun. Holy cow. Didn't realize that she had quite the arm out there in right field. All right, Clements comes in relief of Hammond. And Dexter Maddox steps in for the Kernels. 2 outs. Runners on first and second still. Maddox again looking rattled. And that one's very high. And strikes out. Maddox is quite upset with himself. And as are the Kernels, and I imagine Kernels fans, that is a couple innings now in a row where they got runners on first and second, no outs, but they're unable to kind of complete it. Kramer comes in, their closer, obviously not in a save opportunity. As we go to the bottom of the 6th here, Gray Rose up for the Warblers. And he's walked. So Kramer walks Rose. Brings up Judy Charles. 1-for-2 today. Single and a walk.
Number 60.
And 94 in the gun from Kramer. 4-seamer and a slider, so you kind of know what to expect from him. And that one's hit into left field. And Sanford's there to put it away for the first out. Marlon John steps in 0-for-2 with a walk today. Hitting a $130. Like to get things going for him. Contact hitting first baseman. Not a lot of pop, but that one's Jeffries dives and throws the first for the second out of the inning. I thought for sure that was getting into right field. Watson's 2-for-3 today. Fouls that one away. Now 2 outs. Runner on second.
Outside.
Ball outside. And the 2-2 now from Kramer. And the full count pitch. And she's walked.
Now back.
So that brings in Bull Holloway 0 for 1. Walk, hit by pitch. 2 runners on, 2 outs.
Inside.
Inside pitch from Kramer.
Follow.
And 2-0 now to Holloway.
Steve.
And a high strike there.
Off the plate.
And 3-1 now.
Steve.
So full count to Holloway.
Take a base.
And he's walked. So the bases are loaded now.
Now batting.
Brings in Barneswell, who's 2 for 2, 2 singles, a walk, a bunch of ribbies, and Burdock is going to come in a starter. So the Kernels have kind of gone through their whole entire bullpen. They bring in Finn Burdock, one of their starters, to relieve. 1-2 now to Barneswell. That's fouled away. Popped up. Let's see if Hendricks gets there. He does for the final out of the inning. So top of the 7th now. 8-9-1 due up for the Kernels. Warblers looking to lock this one in. Rip Lynn comes in at left field. Defensive replacement for Rose. Lando Wentz
Follow.
steps in for the Kernels, the catcher.
Steve.
1-2 now to Wentz. Popped up. And Barneswell's there for the first out.
Now batting. The left fielder.
Sanford's 1 for 2 today with a single. And hits this one into left center. That should be extra bases, and it is. So he slides in with a double, a 1-out double here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting. The right fielder.
Corbin
Number
Fry now,
30.
1 for 2.
Steve.
Like to get something going here for the Kernels.
Up inside. Steve.
And strike 1-2 now on Fry. Tough out is activated,
That's up.
and that's a ball. And he looks at strike 3 right down the middle. So Fry is down looking, brings up Nico Hendricks, who's 0 for 3 today. And the Kernels are down to their final out. Takes the ball way outside. Tried the corner and missed. Grounded. Oh no, a little line out there to Yang for the final out of the game. The Warblers win. They improve their record to 6-4. Kernels drop to 3-6. Kernels bullpen really struggled today. They also had that injury to their starter, Welt Logan. 1-7-1 for the Kernels, 5-8-0 for the Warblers. Take a look at the hitting performances here. 8 hits on the Warblers side. Watson had a good game, 2 for 3. And also Barneswell, 2 for 3 with 3 ribbies. We'll definitely be seeing him in the top 3 players. On the Kernels side, big standout there is Aldo Davis, 2 for 3 with the home run. Gave the Kernels their only run at the game. And Leon Sanford had a good game too. Looking maybe turn things around. I'm not sure if he's their everyday player. I think he comes off the bench, but nonetheless, he's starting to hit a little bit better. We'd like to see Fry and Hendricks to have a little more production. Hendricks had a rough game, 0 for 4. Take a look at the pitchers. Hammond gets the win, 5 2/3. Logan gets the loss. That's a rough one for Logan, especially since he got hit. He got hit and the comebacker and was injured. Clemens gets the save, his first save of the year for the Warblers, and that's how it all plays out. Yeah, you see on the Kernel side, all of those pitchers that they used, that they went through their whole entire bullpen pretty much. Let's take a look at the top 3 players. Tim Barneswell, 2 for 3, 3 RBIs and a stolen base. Aldo Davis gets the shout out from the Kernels, 2 for 3 homer, ribby and a run, and Kenna Watson, 2 for 3. with 2 runs scored. That's how it works out here. Game 45, folks. Hope you enjoyed this. If you like this content, if you like Cheese League Baseball, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit the bell for any alerts when we have new videos post. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at geek_cheese for any updates, schedule updates especially, and news and all things related to Cheese League Baseball and Geek Cheese here on YouTube. Thank you again for watching. Have a good one. Warblers win.